Hello and welcome to this video. I'm playing fredipetriti with black. Okay, so e6 and we have a Nimzo. No, I can play d5 or c5 here. Okay. I've written a book on c5 and a Chessable course with d5, so clearly both moves I can play. This is interesting. f4. It's a bit of an odd move order. Usually you start with e4. Isn't d5 interesting here? Aha. Yeah, but that must be a good pawn structure for black. Just that looks pretty ugly, honestly. A take here. Has to take with the queen. And then we get to an IQP here. Yeah, that is good for black for sure. The question is only how much of an advantage it is. Okay. Maybe start with the rook move. He goes to b2. I can definitely play knight d5. I'm just wondering what the right move order is. You can also think about knight to e4. It's a tough one. Probably it's the best decision to simply make reasonably quick moves and then see what happens. It's increment though. I don't have to worry about time scrambles all that much. Knight d5 is a tempo on the pawn. He puts another pawn on a dark square. So I think I'll trade one. And now get the king to d6. Or d7 for that matter. I wonder if what about I don't know. I wonder if a5 is an idea for white that is worth stopping. I think I'll stop it. I think it's good. King d7. Okay. The king is covering all the entry squares on the c file, and now I'm threatening rook e3 check. With invasion. Don't see how he's stopping that, honestly. King f3, I don't know if that was such a well-timed decision. Knight e3 doesn't do much, but I can enter like that. And now he has to be cautious here with the rook c2. I was winning already with knight b4. Here I'm winning with knight c3 though, I believe. Sorry, with rook c3. Is there anything better, maybe? No, it's a completely clean win now. He has to trade, and I just win the a4 pawn. It was one of the ideas of a5, fixing it on a light square, actually, so that it can never be defended by the bishop. So, want to cover d5, so he's not even getting in pawn to d5. No. Or yeah, well, this is fine. Yeah, now the two pawns do the job. A3 or yeah, I mean, it's clear that that many moves win, but okay, so let's have a look. I honestly think that we have to look for improvements pretty early on, because the position was really not good for white at all, even though you don't have to lose it in the way that it happened. So here the absolutely normal move is e4, after which black goes knight to e8, preventing the bishop g5 pin, and then we continue from there, usually with f4. Bishop e3 is also a move. f4, f5 is what is normally played here. Okay, so he went f4, and I don't know, d5 now looks pretty good, because I'm fighting for those light squares, and if, I mean, what exactly is he doing now, besides what he did in the game? I mean, that it just kills his bishop here, putting this on f4. So he took on d5, I took, queen takes, c4. Wow. That is an interesting move. I mean, I know why the engine suggests it, actually. I mean, this is clearly a very nice position. We have fantastic compensation here with all the great light squares, and this is more than enough for a pawn. And the drawback, what I did in the game, is the capture here, d takes. That is what he should have done, because this might still be... it's also bad, actually, but it probably still offers more resistance than the game. This looks good, though. Yeah, okay, in the game c4 was played, and now I went for this simplification and for this pretty one-sided ending. No. This is definitely a lot better for black, but it starts to be probably over. Only a couple of moves later. King f2, king d7, king f3, and now it's over, yeah? It's just such an awful position. The engine wants to play rook c4, rook e8, bishop c1, and then f5. Yeah, I can centralize this, even though it's not totally obvious how to win from there. Yeah? I always have this idea to simply trade rooks. That would, I think, in most cases already win. Like here, if I play... is it better to do something on the king side first? Or I'm wondering if this wins, right? The computer says it does not win. Okay, and I understand why. Because the computer shows that white is just in time to stop b5. If I would be able to play b5, get an outside past a pawn, I would win easily, but he is in time to go there. Okay, that means I have to still fight for... I can play rook e6 actually, and then rook c6. How is that not winning? Let's say king f3, rook c6. And that wins. Okay, so that is a straightforward plan actually. Rook e6, c6 looks very strong. Okay, so white is already in big trouble, and here he is lost, I think. Rook b3 and then rook c3, then, and I just win the pawn and have two connected passes. Okay, that was a, I think, pretty instructive win out of the Nimzo Indian Saemisch. Thanks for watching.